Good morning, one and all, and welcome to this morning's Haiku Friday, April 17th, 2026. Let's get going with some haikus. We've got a lot of them this morning. Really, it's a bountiful crop of haikus. All right, first one is from Max Q. Watching old men walk, legs fragile and steps halting, one fall from rehab. We're maybe one fall from rehabbing the planet Earth. I would say, at least our country. Well, maybe not. Who knows? Here we go. This second one is from Bill. Thank you, Max Q, by the way. The second one is from Bill. And it's funny. Well, I'll read it first. This mountain top view, separating these two worlds and yet where they meet. And yeah, it was pretty cool. Bill sent a picture of a mountain that he said the name is an oxymoron, Prairie Mountain. He was on top of Prairie Mountain. On one side, there's a kind of an urban or city type setting. On the other side, it's wilderness. It was a really cool picture. And you know what? It looks like where he's standing, it looks like a prairie on top of a mountain. So it is an aptly named Prairie Mountain, I would say. All right. Thank you, Bill. And we have a couple from April. Now, April leaves her haikus in the comments on YouTube, which I think is a cool way to go. And so I just make sure I got to put it in my scan to check those, and it's worth it because here's April's haikus. A chimp's in office, flinging shit around the world. We can only duck. Now, April did put an asterisk in shit, but it would have said shit. But that was a nice nod to civility. Thank you, April. Second one from April. This one cracks me up. Here's April's. I hate Pete Hegseth. Disgusting God botherer. Knows nothing of God. Oh my gosh, April. How could that be more true? He is such a dimwit and such a drunk and a moron. And of course, he follows a bunch of morons. Actually, the head of Pete Hegseth's church is only about 50 miles down the road from here. Yes, a nut job who knows nothing of Jesus, but Pete was great yesterday when I think it was yesterday, where he quoted Pulp Fiction, thinking it was really from the book of Ezekiel, or prophet Ezekiel. Very funny quote that he quoted Pulp Fiction because he's a complete and utter idiot. So yes, I think a lot of us who would call ourselves Christians are not too pleased with Mr. Dum Dum Drunky Hegseth. All right. Thank you, April. All right. Here is one from our pal Rikosan. Cowards at the top. An empire of the senseless. A trap for new fools. Oh, yeah. Very nice, Rikosan. It is. It's funny, people who, again, 20 years from now, they would have never seen themselves being so immersed in this cult that the only way out is to ride the sucker in, and whether that sucker destroys themselves and humanity is beside the point. But that is a good one, Rikosan. Okay, here is mine. Nick the Beet beats feet, running from snow, seeking heat. Slow words in the sleet. Beep, beep, beep. All right, that is my haikus. I will commence with some news that's the goings ons around here. But let me emphasize, please send me your haikus. Go to haikufriday.com. You can find links to all sorts of crazy stuff at haikufriday.com. If you're watching this haiku in any kind of capacity, there are about a bazillion ways just watching it that you could send me a haiku. What is a haiku? Well, a haiku is simply 5 syllables followed by 7 syllables followed by 5 syllables. Now, what's a syllable? A syllable is when a word has different, when you could break a word apart, like Rikosan's. Cow words at the top. 5 syllables. Second line. An empire of the senseless. Third line. A trap for new fools. That's a haiku. And you know what? If you miscount or write anything down, I'm going to read it and I'm not going to call you on it because I'm not a haiku Nazi. All right, what's going on? We have had some just, bad news around here lately. A neighbor of mine, great person, just had a stroke, but he is going to make it. He's doing well. I tell you, it's one of those things you lay awake at night and you just worry about, right? I mean, it's just a worrisome thing. Worry about him, worry about our world. There's a lot of worry to be had, but you know what? I don't worry for very long. I go back to sleep because they want you to worry. They want you to be worried. They want you to be angry. They want you to be sad. So don't give them any of it. Speaking of such things, for years I have tried to grow potatoes in a bin. And I don't think I really followed the instructions very well. And I've never had much luck. But I think I have on occasion did follow the instructions where you put some potatoes in, they grow, and then once they start showing some growth, you cover them up, and you just keep covering them up until they grow more and more. Well, and then you open up your potato bin, and there's thousands of pounds of potatoes. So many potatoes you could build a house out of the potatoes. But I've never had much luck. So this year, I've decided I'm going to make some sort of totem, I guess, maybe a friendly visage that would help my potato crop. Maybe an angel of some sort. Look at me, I'm an angel. Look. So, anyways, here is what I've been working on, and maybe I'll grab them from the bottom so you can get a better idea. I got to do some painting. I got to do a lot of work on him still, but it's been fun. He's going to have a big kissy lips for potatoes. And he's going to be above the potato bin. Secure from vandals, secure from another neighbor who likes to vandalize things, or as another neighbor says, randalize things. Got to make sure he's safe and sound from said miscreant. So that's been pretty cool. Got that going on. I've got my condor painting, which is coming along. I actually am pretty happy with how it looks, which is unusual for me. I think it'll be a cool painting. I think it will be a cool painting. I do. It's going to be a condor over the Columbia Gorge. Very exciting. Lots of painting opportunities coming up. And so last week I talked about the zine, Beatitude by Nick the Beet. And Nick the Beet's probably going to do some reading of this, I would imagine, at one point. Hopefully set to music. Maybe I can get something from those Green Warriors, maybe, to back some Nick the Beet beats. And, but, all to say, you can go to, maybe I'll put a link on haikufriday.com too. Maybe I will if I get around to it. But you can go to my website, maevegriffith.com, MaeveGriffith. at Comcast.net. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. No, it's just MaveGriffith.com. Just MaveGriffith.com. And then on there, if you scroll all the way down, there's a picture of Nick the Beet, and you click on that. And I'm asking $3 for these 8 pages. You can stick them in your pocket. But here's the thing about the $3 is it's kind of negotiable. But the big thing is that I want to take any money earned from this, and probably the only thing I'm going to take out of it is for postage to mail to people, so 50 cents. So really $2.50, I guess. I don't know how much postage is, but I'm going to mail these out, and then you can be rest assured that the money from this Nick the Beet venture will be going to Spokane Pride to help pay for the Pride Festival. So many companies, as you may have gathered, are afraid of the fascist regime that they are basically undoing any of the kind things that they did. And they did kind things because they knew it made them money. But now they have to say, are we kind and we make money, or do we survive this fascist regime by being a-holes? Because it is, it's very sad to see basically Christianity being performed as an a-hole religion when it's the opposite, right? So anyway, their Spokane Pride's going to need some funding to pull off this Pride Festival. And the Pride Festival is an opportunity for all kind people to come together. I've always thought of it as the Spokane Kindness Festival, just because it's just that's the overwhelming vibe. And there's families there. There are certainly more straight people than there are gay people there or trans people there. It's just an opportunity for people to be with each other in nice weather and enjoy each other's company and hear nice words and love each other. So if you want to support the Pride Festival, lots of ways you can do it. You can go to Spokane Pride and give them money, or you can go to MaveGriffith.com, scroll down to Nick the Beet, and there will be an ordering form on there. Or you can just text me, give me your address, and we'll figure something out. But Nick the Beet's very proud of this poem. He wrote it based on the Beatitudes. There's nothing really overtly religious about it, I would say, but I'd say it is some cheerleading for people who still have honor, which our government is completely composed of people, not completely, but the Republicans are people without honor right now. They are dishonorable people. So, all to say, that concludes this Haiku Friday. Go to haikufriday.com for all your Haiku Friday needs. Go check me out on YouTube, the Spokanorama channel. You can go to Spokanorama.blogspot. Check things out there too. You can go to Maeve. You can go to MaveGriffith.com. You can go to Spokanorama.com. You can go to FishRespectin.com. You can go to HaikuFriday.com. My gosh, I think I just came full circle there. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to everybody who's contributed. Let's keep it going. Fight destruction with creation. That is what we are here to do. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.